Okay, now that we are logged in and we have all our resources open, we are going to start a GIS map. So if you have not created one yet, that's what this little video clip is for. So I'm going to go to ArcGIS Story Maps, click on New Story. You might also see it down at the bottom here. It will say create your first story, and I want to start from scratch. And so you can see there's nothing here yet, and I'm going to put the name of the project here, Breaking Ground, and I'll be adding a cover image, and I'll be putting my driving question right here underneath the title. And my cover image, I want to look for an image that will draw the viewer into my story so they'll want to keep reading. So to get those things, I'm going to go back to Google Classroom and go down to the resources here. And you can see that I've got all images and videos for story maps, a link here for that. And then I also have the Breaking Ground driving questions here. So I'm going to go ahead and open this first. And there are 5 driving questions for me to choose from. You can create your own driving question, but if you'd like to just pick one of these, you can do that. And I'm just going to pick a simple one here. I'm going to go with how could a little creek become so big? I'm going to copy that, go back into my story map, and I'm going to paste it right there. So I've got my title and my driving question, and now I need to add a cover image or video. If I go back to Google Classroom and look at my all images and videos for story maps, I'm going to go to the Breaking Ground Pictures folder, and I have a lot of options here. You'll find when you log in that there's a lot of pictures of the creek back in the woods, and our rain collection activity, the creek right behind the school here by the bridge, the rain gauge where we were measuring the level of the creek, and some erosion pictures after the October 24th rainfall. There are also, this is the video that we started this whole project with, showing all the flooding events from May of 2020. And then there's a shorter version of that same video. It's just clipped down to a minute in size if you want to add that to your story. We should start for our cover here, what we're trying to build here, should use a short, very short video clip or a picture. If I go into May 28th, 2020 flooding, you'll see there's lots of pictures of the flooding that occurred that day around campus and the hospital and around town. And then the videos folder has a lot of video clips here. And so I think I'm going to use just a short video clip. I think maybe I'll do the Rising Creek clip. And once I decide what I'm going to use, and I can always open this up and watch it, preview it to see if this is really what I want to open with. And so this shows the level of the creek there at about 3 inches and where the creek is on the bridge, not too high. So I think I'm going to go ahead and stick this video clip in there. And so what I need to do is click the 3 dots, the snowman, and download. Okay, and it'll just take a second for that to get downloaded. I'm going to go back to my Breaking Ground story map, click Browse Files, and I have 2 choices. I can either upload my video this way, or I can go to my files and drag and drop my video in. Ooh, that one's too big. Okay, so we'll go back and I'll pick a smaller one. I know this one is very short, and so I will use this video. I'll download this one instead. And we will add cover image, I'm going to go ahead and go to my downloads. And waterfall and stairs. I'll drag and drop that over. Add, looks like it's short enough. And because of the way this video was recorded with the phone vertical, I'm going to click on design. And I have some options here for how I present my cover. So right now I have the video kind of as a header image. I can move it over to the side, and this is what that looks like. Or I can move it so that it's behind my title. And I think because of the orientation of the video clip, I'm going to go with side by side. And so that will fit there a little bit better. So now I have my title, my driving question, and my opening video here. Okay. And so once you have your cover story, the next thing we'll do is to get our subheadings in here and kind of outline the story the way we've got it outlined on our checklist and on our story map guide. So I'm going to be putting each of these subheadings into my story map. And because they're already typed for you, really it's just a matter of copying and pasting. So I'm going to click the plus sign, and I'm just adding text, okay? And I can choose what I want that text to look like. And since it is kind of a subheading, I'm going to call this heading 1. And I'll go back here, and I'm just going to copy this. And where'd my heading go? Let's add that again, text. And I want it to be heading 1. And copy that in there like that, okay? And then I'm going to do that again for each of the subheadings here until I have all 5 of them copied in. And you are free to use a little creativity here if you'd like to change those titles around a little bit so revise them. You can do that. Oops. So I've got the problem. I'm going to get rid of that one. I'm going to click here, add another text, and then I'm going to get land use in the commons. Go back, and oops, want to do the heading 1 again. Paste that in. And I've got 2 more. I have the saturated zone and infiltration. So this is telling us where the water table is underneath the ground and how fast water soaks into the ground. So I'm adding more text. And then I've got 1 more. And that is my conclusion and possible solutions. Okay. And text, and I'm going to go back to heading 1 and get my last one in there. Okay, so these are all the sections, and once I've got my cover done and my outline here done, I can move on to building my story.